Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the MGH United Road to Glory. This is how the squad is looking with just a week or so left before the transfer window shuts. I'm actually very happy with it in terms of the first team, but I'm a little bit concerned about how strong my squad is with how many players I've got available to come off the bench or the reserves. It's not looking great, if I'm honest. Goalkeepers, I'm happy. Defensively, I would be happy if the Mason ordeal would be over. We still don't know if he's going to be here beyond this summer. So that's something to look out for. Right back is still a definite issue. Horton as my backup right back, not good enough. Parking as a reserve cam, probably not good enough. Banks on loan, quite interested to see how he gets on. Question marks over Jeffrey. Is he going to be a top-level striker for us? I think he can be, but it's going to take a while to get there. And Magellan right now, whilst he's good, he's not top draw. But he's only 16. He's 59 rated. There's lots of growth to be had there. So I'm kind of... I don't know. I kind of want a striker. I want to go all out and get like an insane striker, potentially. I don't know. We're going to look into it as we go through this episode, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at. The other issue is I've got quite a lot of money to spend still. I have, I think, around £3.5 to £4 million left in the transfer kitty, so it does feel like I should be dipping into that. But we've also potentially got some money that we can spend on the youth academy, getting better scouts and hiring better coaches and things like that. So I will find a balance. I think I'm 7 out of 10 happy. Obviously, you want to be going into the season 10 out of 10 happy. The squad is ready to go, but that's quite rare. Let's just see what happens. As you guys know, I called up 2 new players to the youth squad in the last episode, and they're both of age. Stuart, he's a centre-back with very, very good potential. Left-back as a second option, but he's right-footed, so I would never use him there. But could this be the answer to Mason potentially leaving? I don't know. We've still got Gordon Strachan. He's not old enough just yet. We also called up Alexandra Valente. His overall is very impressive and his potential is great too. So seems like an absolute no-brainer to promote him. Do I do the same for Stuart? I think I do. Even if I loan him out, you know. Or I can loan out Bull maybe. All right, let's promote him. So that's 2 new players, and that is increasing the numbers. I'm still obviously scouting, and for those of you wondering, we're looking at centre-backs, left wing in England, and then in Portugal, we're looking at DMs, cams, and strikers. I'm just comparing the new Youth Academy player, Valente, with Shepherd, and he looks better. He's younger as well, and he's 1 rating higher. Feel bad about that because Shepherd was actually really good in our first season, but this was always going to happen eventually. His potential isn't going to be massive, whereas Valente, we know his potential. We know he's going to be a future star for us, so he should probably be on the bench. And obviously we just brought in a new defender as well. Stuart, 60 rated. Let's compare him with Mason. Yeah, Mason's better in pretty much every department. He's not as physical, but he's a lot quicker. So I would still rather keep Mason. And if we do, then Stuart will be loaned out for the season. I think that's the plan. Now, just before our first game of the episode, here is a look at the table. Wigan lead the way, Charlton in second, and we are in third place. We're on 6 points, 2 wins from 2. However, the same old issues. I've scored 6 goals, which is great. I'm top scorer in the league, I believe. But I've also conceded 4, which makes a lot of sense. I am the third highest of goals conceded, but I'm also top scorer. It's just me, isn't it? Anyway, let's get into the first game of this episode. It is Barnsley. Magellan scored 2 in his last game. Should I really be considering a striker? I feel like I should be still. It's always good to keep your options open. I have found another young Man City player that I could potentially maybe do a loan to buy. Obviously, he's going to be very expensive wages-wise. It's the big problem about loaning players from the top clubs. But I don't know, he looks good. I will show you guys after this game. But there's also a young English striker. And get this, is in real life. He's moved there in real life. He's gone to Saudi. He's a young, I think, 22-year-old striker, and he's moved to Saudi. So that could be another option for us as well if we are genuinely looking to sign a striker. We are looking good so far. Keeping the ball nicely. Here's Hooper. I've got him on deep line playmaker and roaming. So he does like to take up a large chunk of midfield by himself. Look at him running over now. Look at that. Just moving into a different position. Quite literally roaming around. That was a good ball. I don't know why Cook turned the other way. But Hooper is quickly becoming one of the most important players in this team. And I think he might be one of those players that's going to be here to the very end. There's something about the guy. Hooper is super. Oh my God. Super Hooper. How have I not thought about that before today? Here is Atkins. Maybe a ball over the top for Moreles. Oh, it's asking a lot. Keeper's coming out. Okay. He could have let that go out for a corner. But we'll take it. Let's give that to Magellan. Oh. Okay. I thought he was going to get that. Luckily, Atkins is there. And I've lost it again. Already 35 minutes played. This game is flying by. What a save. Okonkwo, that is something else. And also another new player, Handworker at left back. Incredible name, but he has been superb since signing. And now look at Magellan go. He's trying to say to me, you don't need another striker. Oh my God, has he got the finish? Yes, he does. He's just brilliant. I do feel like I'm just getting ahead of myself a bit. Oh, he's 59 rated. Oh, but the thing is, I don't have another striker, and Jeffrey is going to take almost an entire season, probably the whole season, to convert. So, I don't know. Just because I sign a new striker doesn't mean they're going to be the striker. And that is half time. What a great time to score. Yes, go. Run, Cook. We've got Magellan as support. Oh my God, he got there. No! That was so nearly a huge opportunity. First chance of this second half that we've had. Pretty much the entire game, Barnsley have just kept the ball in midfield. They're just passing it around aimlessly. They don't look dangerous at all. As soon as I say that, though, what's going to happen? Here we go. Cover the run and back off a little bit. Okay, that worked. Just cut off the passing angle and the passing line. And just hope that they don't try a different one, effectively. It's working, though. Look at this. Just pulling off a little bit. I don't need to go diving in. Oh, no, that's a good ball. Not much I can do about that. No, no, no. Yes, and Mbete's there. And Hooper can calmly bring this one out. Thought about doing a ball over the top, and I should have. I wasted time there. Are they going to get another opportunity? Sliding in and missing. Just remember, Matt, back off. There is no rush to get the ball back. We're winning. Relax. Here we go again. Another chance to prove I've learnt my lesson, guys. Here we go. Watch. Just cutting off the passing lines and backing off. And look, they can't do anything. It's brilliant. It's a little bit boring, admittedly, but if I'm 1-0 up and I can win 3 games in a row to start off this new season, then I will take it. 3 games in a row in the league. Of course, we are out of the EFL Cup, which kind of sucks. Here's Phillips. He passes backwards. Again, I'm just backing off and cutting out all of these passing lines if I can. Shot comes in. It goes wide. And that is probably going to be it. I'm just going to blast the ball down the pitch, and that should be all time. 3 points in the bag. Again, we are absolutely on fire. Even though I'm not playing at a very, very high level. I'm being difficult to beat, it would seem. Previous games, I've always outscored them, but this time it felt different. I was just defensively sound. Mbete is now a defender plus on loan from Man City, of course. And I was just mentioning there's a striker that Man City have that I'm interested in loaning as well. Could I potentially get 2 loan deals from Man City? So this is the player, Divin Mubama. He's left-footed, just like Magellan, actually. And looking at his stats now, it seems like he's all pace. Looking at what we've got here, the problem is shooting 29 to 34 is because we don't have everything here. So we do need to wait a little bit longer. It's going to take 17 days. This is the other player. Oh, I didn't scout. Damn it. So this is Brad Young. And funny enough, he is quite young. 22 years old. But he moved to... What club is that? Al Oraba, is it? Oraba? But either way, I mean this respectfully, but what a waste. Although he's probably getting the bag. He must be good, right? He must be. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said, would you like to come out? Or did he somehow say, I want to come out, and they've gone for him? Who knows? Maybe he is a genius at marketing his own footballing ability. But I think if we can't get Mubama, we go for Brad Young and we'll bring him back to England. Obviously, we attempted to do a straight swap deal for Cleworth, which didn't go through. Still waiting for his full scout report, another 9 days. 6 days left on Enzo Gonzalez, but of course, he didn't want to relocate anyway, so it doesn't look like we're going to get him. We still haven't received any offers for Mason, which is good news. It's very good news. Next game is against Northampton. Pretty sure I saw, yep, here we go, a new position for Barolta. He is now a CDM, and we are going to get him to be a holding midfielder. I think that's going to be his best position. Unfortunately, he's not going to grow much. It's going to take 170 weeks for him to go up 1 rating, but he was a free signing and a good player to just have in the ranks, you know. I don't want to say middle-aged. In footballing terms, he's mid-20s, he's going into his prime, mid-60s rating. It's just perfect. Perfect squad player. Absolutely perfect. Updated scout reports. Oh, Enzo Gonzalez is done. Let's have a look. So he is 67 rated. He's got Trickster, but he is just all pace and dribbling. He's not going to get me many goals, potentially. What I love about Moreles, and obviously my hope is that we'll keep him forever, but he's got finesse shot, and it really, really does help. And there we go. It's a much better scout report so far on Mubama. His shooting is 56 to 66. Look, he's not groundbreakingly amazing, but he's a Man City player. There's something there. Might be worth looking into. I think he's probably about the same rating, Brad Young. Their shooting and pace, pretty similar, but looks like Brad Young might be a little bit quicker. I don't know. I was also looking at this Zande Silva. He's got 10 months remaining, plays in the MLS, but at the age of 28, I'm not feeling that, so let's just remove him. These are the 4 players that I'm focusing on, and I like what I see. I think we've got some really good options here. Anyway, we've got the last game before the transfer deadline day. We've got Northampton, and we're going to go with our first simulated game of the season. But we're going to watch it. Let's see what happens. I want to test myself against what presumably is kind of like a mid-table team. They're 13th at the moment after 3 games. And I've got my strongest team available. Let's just see what happens. I'm really, really hoping no injuries, no suspensions, no red cards, nothing like that. Just a simple 3 points at home and make it 4 wins in a row. That's what we're looking for. Here's Magellan looking for Cook. Finds Cook. It's the first shot of the game, second shot of the game, and the captain has scored. We are 1-0 up, and we are genuinely having a dream start to Season 2 here in League 1. I've just realised the game thinks we're wearing a black kit, and that might explain why the referee keeps having a kit clash with me. I need to look into trying to fix that. It's very annoying when you're wearing like a red kit, and the referee has orange on or something like that. Very difficult to see. And that is now 5 shots we've had in this first half compared to Northampton's 1. But it's only 1-0. Are they going to pull one back here right before half-time? Oh, number 29 into 40. Oh, my God. I think it was offside, so the referee's ended the first half. This is good. This is really good. Not only are we winning, but we're dominating. We've got much, much better stats than they do. They're about to make a sub. I will do the same in around 10 minutes. We've got a free kick here, and I've just made some subs. Mason, Valente, Jeffrey, and Snedden all coming on. And the free kick isn't scored. Come on. Oh, Magellan. Almost made it 2-0 there. We've got a corner. It's going to be another shot. How many shots we had? 9! 9 shots to 1. 10! Surely we're going to get a second goal soon. Or is this going to be one of those typical dominate, 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 lose? Dominate, dominate, draw. What does that sound like? Arsenal? Yeah, it does. You are joking. Oh, it was offside. It was offside. They scored, but it was offside. I was about to laugh. Be in a bit of pain as well, because it'd be ridiculous. There's our 11th shot. This is a joke. How? How am I having 11 shots and only scoring 1 goal? Clearly have an issue with just being so poor in front of goal and not being clinical enough. I thought they were going to score there. This should be it. Last chance of the game. And it is going to be 4 wins in a row. Go on. Snedden, you've got to score there. But that should be it. Another 3 points. There it is. Honestly, I'm actually disappointed. If I had done a full simulation and saw this at the end, 12 shots to 1, 1-0, I'd be happy with the result, and I am. But what? But how? How have I not scored at least 3 or 4 goals? I noticed when bringing on our new midfielder, Valente, that he is out of position. He didn't want to play as a DM. So we're going to fix that. We're going to add DM to his positions, and it's going to take 16 weeks. It's not too bad, to be fair. I like the look of him, though. Stats-wise, very, very good. We do have quite a few DMs, but what you've got to remember is they're also all centre mids as well. We've got a real mix of defensive midfielders, but also box-to-box, number 8s. We've got a nice mix. We really do. Into deadline day, we've got 10 hours to go. Are we going to get an offer for Mason? Am I going to be scrambling to then replace him? I don't think so. I think we would have had the offer by now. But let's go just a couple of hours, and then I'm going to look into the striker position because I don't think I know what I'm going to do just yet. We've got interesting Gonzalez. Oh. Okay. Palace offering £2 million. I'm not going to match that, I don't think. I'm kind of disappointed, though, because I really like the look of him. But I don't need him, especially now that I've got Banks on loan as another right winger option. So I think we're going to let Gonzalez go to Crystal. Was it Crystal Palace? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I almost said QPR. It's not ideal. I mean, his wage is very high. I wouldn't be willing to pay him 25 grand in League One. So we are going to remove him from the list and allow Palace. Actually, no, we won't remove him because it might fall through. Maybe Palace won't actually go for him in the end. So we're not going to get much more in terms of scouting done on these 2 strikers. So 22 years old, 6'1", right-footed. 20 years old, 6 foot, left-footed. Very similar. Pace-wise, Young is ever so slightly quicker. Okay. Shooting, they're basically exactly the same. Passing, very, very similar. Dribbling, very, very similar. Defensively, who cares? Physical, they're very similar. They're almost the same type of player exactly. Height, build, stats. The only difference is age and left foot / right foot. It doesn't really matter who I go for here. I think it's going to come down to wages. And I think we all know Mubama's going to be very, very expensive. We don't know what his wages are, but I'm willing to guess 30k, something like that. So it would simply have to be loan to buy. Now, Brad Young won't be on such high wages. He will be in real life because he's in Saudi and they pay big money. But I don't think he's going to be... Oh, no. He's not willing to relocate. No. We can buy Mubama if we pay his release clause, which I think was 3.2 million. Was it? Yeah, 3.2 million pounds. Oh, that's so expensive. Well, I think what this means is, guys, we just don't do it. It's good that we've got options for the future and we can leave them here, but I'm just not going to do it yet. Magellan will have to do, Jeffrey will have to play up there, and I've said it before, I think Banks, the new right winger we bought, he probably could play up front. And to be fair, I think Moreles could, and Cook could do it. We'll just make it work. The Arsenal way. Oh, we're basically just Arsenal, aren't we, in League One? So now we just go back to the 9 hours remaining. And let's see if we get any offers for Mason. Nothing yet. That is good. The reason I really want to hold on to Mason is because he's quite good at right back as well. And right back is a position that I need to strengthen in. And I'm waiting for a youth academy player, Gordon Strachan, to be old enough. And then I'll have a backup right back to Sessegnon. So we're just waiting. And keeping hold of Mason means we've got him as an option to play right back. He was originally a right back. 3 hours to go. Let's just do one last sweep of the team. Okay. First 11, I'm really happy with. When Magellan hits 60 rated, everyone is 60 or more. Fantastic. Pretty happy with the bench as well. Jeffrey will be a striker at some point. His shooting is still only 57 though, so it's taking a bit of time. It really is. I think what I might do is bring Banks onto the bench. Oh, that's difficult. Why in League One do we only have 7 options, but you can have 9? For example, in the Premier League, you have 9. Is it just in FC, or is that in real life too? I'm not sure. I thought that was just a blanket rule now. I want to have Banks available to me, but who do I take out? I need 2 midfielders. I need a cam. I need a winger. I need a striker. I guess we leave it for now, or do I take Snedden? Do that? Barton can play on the left wing. Maybe that's what we do. But then I'm prioritising a player on loan against a player that's here and here for hopefully the rest of the series, you know? Okay. Well, I'm happy with the reserves. Happy enough. But in 3 hours' time, I will be loaning out our young centre-back if Mason is still here. Or do we loan out Mason? Maybe that would fix his unhappiness. Just loan him out. Obviously, I should have done this earlier, but I'm talking January. So we can just loan list them and see if they'll get an offer to leave for 6 months. New email from League One. What's this? 740,000 was spent. Wait. Millions. Why did I say thousands? I don't know. We've got updated scout reports again. So Mubama, not really seeing much more there, are we? I want to know what their ratings are. We'll see that eventually. We've got the Bristol Street Motors Trophy again, which, as you can imagine, I'm not too bothered about at all. Is that why I didn't have 9 subs? Because it changes it for the competition? What I'm going to do, though, is just change it up a little bit. Jeffrey, you can play up front. On the left, we'll go with Snedden, Schofield. Let's give Stewart his debut. Let's have Berhalter in there and Mason at right back. And why not? Banks. He hasn't been used yet. We'll give him a go. Quick sim. And it's a 1-0 win. Okay. That is good. And Stewart scored on his debut. How about that? Another month has come and gone, and we've got a new report to look at. Which English players and which Portuguese players are we calling up next? Let's have a look. Nathan Winter. Ooh. Okay. Wait, Baldwin. Look at that overall. 58 to 78. It's another winger. Okay. Underwood is not going to be good enough. Garrett. Wow. He's pretty good, isn't he? Okay, and J. George. Not bad. All of these guys are decent, you know. Baldwin's potential isn't great, but his overall's very decent. He's an inside forward, but left wing? Ugh. Okay. Not bad from England. Let's go to Portugal. Alder. Rejected. Oh, Bastos. Terrible. Rejected. Acuna. No. Gone. Pauletta. Gone. Ooh. Okay. This is good. So, potential-wise, 69 to 93, very good. His overall 55 to 73, not as good. But at least there's something. One player from Portugal. You can really tell the difference when it comes to the 2-star judgment compared to 5-star judgment, but it's still just complete luck, isn't it? We're going to scout those guys for another month. I'm not going to call any of them up just yet. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Again, I'm just taking it easy with my throat. So apologies if, again, this episode is a little bit shorter, but it means I'm not wrecking my vocals, and it means I don't have to stop posting again for a while. So we'll be back very soon with another episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time, and we'll have a bunch of games.